Hey everybody, this is Jeff from the Overwatch team. I'm really excited to be here doing another one of these developer updates, and we're going to try something different this time. We decided to look at what the community was talking about and sort of seek out what hot topics were out there and try to address a bunch of those, so you guys could have some answers directly from the dev team to know what was on our mind. So one of the top things that always comes up that people want to know about is what's going to happen with Overwatch post-launch in terms of additional heroes and maps. So there's been some worry and concern about this. As you guys know, we're really excited about the 21 heroes that are in the game. We feel like they're playing really well right now. They're balanced, they're fun, they're very unique characters, and we're really proud of those characters. But we have ideas for additional maps and heroes that we'd like to add to the game. So we thought about this, and we decided the best way to add them to the game is to patch them in as free content and not as DLC. So hopefully that alleviates some concerns that people have. We're excited. Some of these heroes we've even hinted at. For those of you who are paying attention to our maps, there's some Easter eggs. So, we'll see what happens. We don't have an exact timeline of, when new heroes will be added to the game, how soon after launch, or how many. That's something that we really need to get a feel for what's healthy for the game. So, don't have a lot of specific details there. We just know that when we patch a new hero into the game, we want it to be free and not as DLC. So we thought that was important to share with you guys. So then there's kind of a slew of minor to not minor topics that have been coming up. So like on the minor side, something that I hear a lot from people is the request to be able to turn off music in the game. And while we think the music is amazing, we have an absolutely fantastic music group here at Blizzard. We understand where this request is coming from, and it's sort of obvious to us, like, of course we're going to add a music volume slider so you can adjust and turn the music off. I know a lot of people want to listen to their own stuff while they're playing the game. So that's coming soon. It's already implemented internally. It's a minor thing, but something people have been asking a lot about. It's funny, for development, we actually leave the music on as long as possible because it forces us to really engage with the music and make sure it's working well with the game. And we really think it is. But that option is coming. We've also seen, while I'm talking about sound options, we've seen a request for Overwatch to have the sound working in the background. So if you're playing on PC and you're alt-tabbed out, all the other Blizzard games have this option. We'll be adding it into Overwatch very soon, so you'll have that option as well. Other stuff that's being discussed a lot lately, there's a desire when combat is happening to have more awareness of who's alive and dead. Of course, this information's on the tab screen when you press tab and look at the score screen right now. You can see who's alive and dead. But players really want that real-time information, with every kill to know, when exactly did a player die. For those of you really familiar with the FPS community, this is commonly known as a kill feed. This is something that we've been talking a lot about internally. We don't have a strong resistance to it. There's not some deep philosophical reason why it's not there right now. It's just not a feature we've gotten to. But it is a feature we plan to add. We've had some debate on the development team of exactly how and where to add it and how much information it needs to have. If we put too much information, it's not super useful for somebody real time as combat's happening. If we don't put enough information, it's not giving people what they need. So it's going to take us a little while to iterate and figure out exactly what we want for a kill feed, but something like that is on its way. The other thing we've heard discussed a lot are the end of round cards that are there. We think it's a cool system. We know that it's not fully fleshed out, and we know that some of the cards there are questionable right now. Like sometimes you'll have a really great match as Roadhog, and you'll have hooked, tons of players, and you have an 80% hook percentage, but for some reason you didn't get one of the cards. So we're doing a lot of balancing on the cards. We're adding things like objective score, which currently is not represented entirely correctly in the game. Currently, only the attacking team can get an objective score, and we're reworking the system so that the defending team has an objective score for contesting as well. And we'd like to see cards like this surfacing, so players who really do contribute a lot towards the team objectives are getting recognized, that you're not just getting recognized for getting the most kills or something like that. So that's coming. Speaking of the score screen, we've been following the discussion. We know it's a very heated debate of people wanting, more and less information, and we've really appreciated the conversation and the debate. We feel like it's really healthy. We're following along right with you guys. Have even appreciated the mock-ups that you guys have done. Right now, we don't have a lot of changes planned for the scoreboard, how it is currently. Beyond one specific thing that I could talk about, which is the concept of being on fire. So fire is when your hero is performing very well. We want your portrait in the lower left to light on fire. Everybody sees it on the scoreboard. Right now, there are some tuning issues with fire, so it's not very reliable. You can't look at the scoreboard and see a person on fire and know that's the person that's the biggest threat on the enemy team, or that's the person on my team who's the biggest contributor. We have a lot of refinement we want to do to the fire system that we think will make it so that fire becomes a more reliable way to understand who's performing at a really high level in the match. So that's coming soon. That's something we're really focused on. And we think will be good. There's some other minor stuff that I've seen come up in the community. It comes up often. One is people don't want to watch the kill cam when they die. They feel really frustrated and they're sort of angry at, I died. Why are you showing me that I died again? The truth is there's actually a lot of important information there. We're not only trying to teach you why you died, but we're trying to make information available about the enemy team that you wouldn't have otherwise. With that said, we understand the sort of emotional response of not wanting to see the kill cam. So a lot of players don't realize that they can skip it right now just by pressing escape. But we'll also make it an option in our options menu to always skip the kill cam. So if you never want to see it, you never have to see that humiliating death ever again. We won't be playing it back for you. So just wanted to share, sort of out of time right now, but wanted to share a mix of things that we're working on, some really important and significant and some more on the minor side. But just know that we're paying a lot of attention to what you guys are talking about when it comes to Overwatch, and we want to make sure to have specific, concrete answers to you. So no matter how sort of big and important the topic is, we'll try to address it, as well as some of these more minor tactical details. Everything's been going great so far. We appreciate all the participation in the community. It's been really amazing, and we look forward to doing another one of these developer updates with you guys soon. Thanks, everybody.